In this video, we're going to look at the Smart Lab Activity Monster Quiz. The Smart Labs are engaging interactive gaming elements built into Smart Notebook. They're great for the kids and they're great for check for understanding in the middle of a lesson or at the end of a lesson. We're going to start with on a blank page within Smart Notebook, and then we're going to click on the Smart Labs button on the toolbar. It's the alien looking Space Invader guy on the toolbar. So when I click on the Smart Lab button, it's going to open up the Smart Labs that I have available within Smart Notebook. One of them is called Monster Quiz. Now, first thing to note about Monster Quiz, it does say devices required. That means students must have some type of internet connected device, whether they're using their cell phone, a laptop, a desktop computer, a iPad, just as long as they have an internet connected device that they can get to, they can navigate the websites. Alright, so I'm going to click on Monster Quiz, and the first thing it's going to ask me is if I want multiple choice or true-false question. You can have a mix of both types of questions throughout the Monster Quiz. So in this case, I'm going to keep mine simple and go with true-false, and you simply type in your question. Sky is blue. And I can set my true-false options. And then once I have my first question in, go ahead and click on Add Question to add additional one. Grass is green. All right. So I can continue to add questions as I see fit, add all the questions that I need. Once I have all my questions in, then I simply click on Next. And it's going to take me to a review page where I can see the questions. And it will tell you that questions are going to be in random order, so it's not going to be the order you put them in. Time limit. You can set a time limit per question, so the kids only get a certain time to answer them. You can make that increase that, decrease it, or you can just turn it off completely depending on the needs. I finished setting up the quiz. Now all I need to do is click on Finish. When I click on Finish, you're going to see the Smart Lab load, and it's going to be ready for the student gameplay. Now, because this is a devices required game, you are going to have to activate the little phone icon over on the side. Now I can click Start as well, and you as the teacher are going to have to sign in using your Office 365 account so that the students can then sign in themselves and join your activity. So when I click on Start, it's going to pop up and it's going to tell me no students have joined, but it is going to tell them what they need to do. They need to go to hellosmart.com and enter in that code. So let me very quickly do that. When they go to hellosmart.com, the first thing it's going to ask them to do is they can sign in or they can join as a guest. Within district, I strongly recommend having the students sign in, because if they sign in, they can sign in with their Office 365 credentials, which for the teacher makes it very easy to track them and know who is actually in the lesson. If they join as a guest, it is going to ask them for a name, and they can just put in any random name they want. All right, my code 66141, next, and they're going to ask for a name. This is why you don't want them going in as guest, because they could put in their own random inappropriate name if they wanted. They're going to join as a guest, and it's going to take them to the page where it says waiting for the teacher to assign teams. Once the students have all signed in, the teacher can then come in and divide the students into teams. Now, I've only got one person, so my team is not going to be very big. It's going to be a team of one. Normally, it will say how many teams are playing. If you have enough people, it will say up to, I believe, 4 teams, and it will divide those students randomly into those 4 teams. Now that I've done that, it's made my team. I simply hit Start Quiz. On the student side, it's going to tell them go, and it's going to begin showing them the questions. And they have that 15-second timer to answer the questions, and it will go through the whole process. As they're answering questions, it is going to also report that information back to Smart Notebook and show the results on Smart Notebook. That is Monster Quiz. It is a great team-based interactive game for Smart Notebook.